It's about that time. You're rocking with your boy Damo Unleashed and Sky Black on the Nashville Caveman podcast. Stay tuned.
Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. I gotta turn up this function, like I'm in the Lotus and punch it. All I'm gonna ask is stay in your lane and you won't be food for my luncheon. I'm coming up out of the dungeon, cooking up plans to make something from nothing. And since I secured the bag, it's time to do math, so I'ma keep hustling. I thought I had lost my way or something. I am not feeling what they say is busting. They keep us trapping this way, disgusting. If you so happen to catch me flexing, I could be killing the straps for day by learning how to install some chromic crystals on the Escalade. Matching the arm that's on my sternum. I am for the sake of the people. Grabbing my Blacke and pray to the Lord, cause not everybody tryna be peaceful. I still hope we set the stage for showing them how it's supposed to be, so those that's close to me won't have to ask, hey, what you got in that bag? Hey, just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Just know that I'm up. Just know that I'm up. Hey, what you got in that bag? Let me explain what I'm talking about. Had a joint called down about it. Letting these loud mouths know how to move without sound. Best if we don't even shout out. Midwest, east, west, down south, till we get even or even above. Till then we gon' opt out. And educate on the backside. Folk that I act right and they won't backslide. Just put it together no matter the weather, my fella. So hey, if you dealing with vices in you and it's cutting you up like against you, put it on chill for real, or they gon' just use it against you. What you got in that bag? Quiet water.
What is going on, y'all, man? Welcome to another Tuesday. Y'all are tuned in to the Nashville Caveman podcast show. I am one half of your host, Damo Unleashed, and I am here with a really good friend of mine, is like brother Soul. What I'm going to do, like I always do, roll out the red carpet, and the floor is yours.
Man, hello, everyone. Welcome to the Nashville Caveman podcast. Today is Tuesday. Remember, Tuesday is always the best days of the week. Now, don't forget tonight, man, offtopradio.com. That is offtopradio.com. Listen to new music from new artists everywhere that sends me music. We also stream it on offtoprecords.net. That is offtoprecords.net. Shouts out to everybody who came to Redneck Championship Wrestling up in Illinois last Saturday to see me wrestle Chris O'Brien. This Saturday, Gallatin, Tennessee, RWF. If you're in the Gallatin area, Sumner County, wherever you at, Springfield, if you're there, hello, Miranda G. If you're there, come out, RWF, this Saturday, 7 p.m. Your boy, CAI, and everybody will be there. And again, once you're done with me, send your videos and marketing and advertising questions to Mr. Damo. Don't forget to send your music videos. And we are getting closer and closer to the Soul Driven Awards in December.
Man, speaking of Soul Driven Awards, man, we had something new this weekend. We started our first sports podcast. And you know what? The crazy part was I didn't even plan for it. I just said, Naj, let's go ahead and go for it. Because a lot of times when you get to talking about what you want to do, it never happens. So I'm one of them dudes, I hate talking about things. Just went ahead and we just started it, man. I did the intro. It took me about a whole hour and maybe 20 minutes to upload all the content I needed, a new intro. And so, man, we had it up and going, and we had a successful and very fun 2 hours, man. And so every Saturday, we got a sports show that we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about this Saturday, Layla Ali, her camp, they dismissed Clarissa Shields because they was going back and forth about possibly having a fight. And Layla Ali camp, they turned it down. So we're gonna talk about that. And week 2 of the NFL preseason games, we're gonna talk about that also. Right. So y'all may see me, I'm working on this to go and video live out of a nightclub. we got so many bars and nightclubs downtown Nashville that I was like, you know what? I want to go on a late Saturday night and just set up shop so people can get to see what it's like to vibe downtown Nashville. And so that's something else I'm working on.
Gotcha. That's what's up.
Yep. Hey, y'all, we got a lot of good topics on deck for today.
Naj, what's going on?
What's up, Naj? So, we was actually talking about this before the show. A trans woman reveals that she's trans to her boyfriend after 3 years. Now, she waited to tell this dude that she was trans when they decided that they were going to break up. Then she came out and was like, oh, by the way, I'm not actually a woman, I'm a trans woman. So we're going to discuss that. Parents in New Jersey can be charged with their children's crimes, and that's including any felonies. So if you're in New Jersey, your kid out here maybe doing what they ain't supposed to do, you can be charged for something they did. We're going to be talking about that on this podcast that was talking about, and this gentleman, he made this interesting claim. He said that outside of body organs, a woman's body organs, most men don't really like women. So we're going to discuss that. And in contrast with that, we're going to be talking about if you take sex out of a relationship, you'll find out if the relationship is really authentic. I definitely believe that to be true. Then there's the single mom that says she prefers being a single mother. All right, so we're going to listen to, her reasoning behind that. And also, child support money doesn't all go to the custodial parent. A former caseworker explained. She's talking to a group of men, telling them that, hey, you may be paying child support, and, the mother of your children is saying, hey, I ain't getting this money. Well, that actually may be true. So they're going to discuss that, but y'all know how we do, man. Before we go ahead and jump into these topics, we love to represent indie artists. So we're going to go ahead and play some music, and then we'll be right back, man, all right? If y'all are listening on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, Sky, you said we're on Instagram also, and Bigo, if y'all can share the live. And if you're in Bigo, get up in the panel if you want a chance to win diamonds, all right? You got this first hour to jump in, because after that, I'm going to lock the panel. Y'all rocking with the Nashville Caveman podcast.
Hit me on Twitter, kick Instagram or Facebook. Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming home. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming home to you, lady. All is well. Thoughts of your love all day, that's all I have in my mind. So it's time for love itself. The mood is just right, baby. All I smell, mixtures of your perfume, candlelight and Hennessy. Sexy red lingerie, don't know what joy it brings to me. Fills me with ecstasy. Sexually hit my phone, baby, and I'll be there instantly. On Twitter, kick Instagram or Facebook. Snapchat me a pic of what you cook. I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home. Sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming home. I'm coming, I'm coming home to you. Now I can see it in your eyes that you want it, waiting for me to give it to you. So I'll just give it to you like you never got it, digging more and more into you. across the map, girl, I'ma be right back to the crib. Just chill, we gon' kick it a little. Better speak it how you feel before the woods doze off on this pill. Hope my cup don't spill, you know that it's always real. You know what you do to me. Play all my brothers, slow jams while you're screwing me. All of you is cool with me, pulling down my Gucci jeans. Promise my phone not gon' ring, just get on the mic and sing. She know when I'm on the scene, I don't call and barely text. Tonight she hit me up coincidentally when I saw my ex. Be cool, babe, I'm on my way, like 2 neighborhoods away. Never thought I'd feel this way, thought about you like all day. Ain't turn up tonight, I'm on a turn down Sprite. I got my dog, I'm finna flight. He said bet like a fight, I'm just deep up in the streets. I'm trying to feel my nuts, and later on I'ma try to skeet it on your butt. You on Twitter, kick Instagram or Facebook. Snapchat me a pic of what you cook, I bet it tastes good. Can't wait to get back home, sick of playing on this phone. Baby, I'll be home tonight. I'm coming, I'm coming, I'm coming home. Say I'm coming home to you.
All right, man, we back, y'all. So we gonna jump into this first one, right? Imagine you dating somebody for 3 years. I don't know how this is even possible. I don't know. But this dude was with this, what he thought it was a woman. 3 years, they break up. Oh, by the way, I'm trans. So without further ado, let's go ahead and hear this. And then, man, Sky, we're gonna talk about this, all right?
Okay.
So what you got to tell me is...
Are you gonna shut up so I can tell you?
Tell me what it is.
I was born a man.
You know,
I was born a man and I got surgery. Because I wanted to be a girl.
Yeah, you know, man.
So you just been with me this whole... I mean, technically I am a girl since I got surgery, but I was born a man.
Ain't nothing technical about it.
It is very technical.
Ain't nothing technical
It is
about
very
it.
technical.
And it's crazy, you know, it's crazy to think about, because it put me in the headspace of what I always thought about you. There was always something off about you. You always had these manly features about you. You overly strong.
Well, you clearly...
Not you overly strong. Oh my God. All right. So do you want to go ahead and address this first? Or you want me to go ahead and address this first?
That's just what made me wonder how he didn't know. Or I guess if she had the surgery, then I guess he really didn't know. But I had talked to a friend one time that I guess he kind of found out he was dating a girl like that, right?
Oh,
and
no.
when they was having sex, it felt like it was generic or plastic.
Like he had a Timo, like he was getting Timo puss. He had that Timo puss.
And so, yeah, that's kind of what he was telling me. And I don't know, I've never really talked to a lot of people who had slept with somebody who's had what they call the reassignment. So I have no clue how it feels or what it looks like or anything like that.
I would have been fighting. You know how they jumped over that couch? Remember on Friday, the last Friday, when they broke into the house and he said who stole the Christmas money? And you know how they jumped over the outer jump? It'd have been fist swinging, man. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
And
so did he have a boob job done too, or he just took hormones? If you felt like something was wrong, why didn't you say something? And then you been with this person, what did they say, 5 years?
Man, 3 years. They was together 3 years.
Why did they break up? Because he's just now finding out that she was born a man. So what ended the relationship before she came out and said, hey, I'm a man?
Man, let me tell you, Sky, this is why I'm telling, and some dudes gonna be like, hell no, dang crazy. But this is why I don't like boob jobs. To me, boob jobs is a turn off. I don't care if you got a -8 cup. I would take the -8 cup over some fake boobs. You know, I don't care if they drinking. I don't care if they hang and you step on them every now and then. I don't care. At least then I know you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? But when you get that body work, the BBLs and all that other stuff, that's just not attractive to me. I've never been attracted to that. There's been females that I was like, oh, she cute. And then she come back with body work and I be like, damn, you messed up.
Mhm.
You see what I'm saying? Something else. All that makeup, man. Like, I get it. You know, makeup is to enhance what you look like. If you cute, it's to enhance you. If you need makeup, if you feel like you need makeup to look beautiful, then you ain't really all that beautiful. I mean,
Right.
just keep it where it's at. You're not really all that beautiful. So
That's true.
I like natural. Ladies, man, I don't care like that. The wigs and stuff. If you got kinker bugs, I enjoy them kinker bugs. If your edges fucked up, I enjoy them edges. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? If you ain't got no ass, if you got a diaper booty, least I know it's your booty. You know what I'm saying? You can go to the gym and work that booty out. But when it's fake and it's plastic, nah. I just don't like that, man. I don't like BBLs. I don't like butt lifts. I don't like tummy tucks. I don't like none of that. If you even look like you had surgery, it's a turnoff to me. I'm sorry. You know, because this can happen. This can happen. It's easy to mimic these women that's going to get these because they natural, and it's like you're naturally beautiful. If you just work on yourself, you okay. But they want to take the shortcuts, and we seen what that can lead to. DC Young Fly, rest in peace to his baby mother, the love of his life, lost her life going to get surgery. And now the kids don't even have a mother. So it's just not worth it. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Yeah.
I'm sorry, man. I like natural. I don't care what your flaws is. Because, man, if I can't fall in love with your flaws, what are we doing anyway? Because you ain't going to be beautiful. You ain't going to be young forever. You know what I'm saying? When you in your 30s, there's some 20-year-olds coming up and you ain't what you once was. When you in your 40s, there's some 20 and 30-year-olds that's moved up. You ain't what you can't compete forever. So you got to find a man that's just going to like you. Look, man, the looks just get you in the door. It don't keep us there, though. It'll get us our attention, but it won't keep us. Why do y'all think, man, there's a whole bunch of pretty baby mamas out there? If looks is what kept us, you wouldn't have so many pretty, beautiful baby mamas. Now, would
you? Yeah, that's true, too. And so I just don't know where that guy goes from here because now every pretty woman or woman he sees, and he got to ask, are you a man? Like, could you imagine his next dates that he goes on? He has to ask, are you a man? Can I see your fingers? Can I look at your Adam's apple? Like, he has to keep asking, are you a man?
Man, let me ask you this, guy, before we move on. Do you think that need to be a felony? Like, if you were, because trans, if you were a woman, you wouldn't have to put trans in front of it. Right?
Right.
If you were a woman, you wouldn't have to put trans in front of it. You would just say, I'm a woman. But you're not. Because, you know, man, even the women that can't have babies got the body parts to have a baby.
Right.
If you don't have them body parts, it don't matter what kind of, you a man. You just ain't get, the balls ain't there. But it's balls there, if you know what I'm saying. I'm just saying, man, you know what I'm saying? You're a basketball court without the balls, but you're still a basketball court. You just ain't got the balls.
Right. You know what? I don't know. Somebody might try to figure that out. You know how you can go to jail for spreading STDs and stuff. Might try to say, hey, if you're not upfront about your birth gender, that could get a citation. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know. But these are new times we're in, Damo. Everything is new. So it ain't like it's happened. Well, it's probably has been happening, but it's just now coming to the forefront. So for people to be like, is this real? Is this fake? Is this a crime? Is it not? It's just developing. And so now when you sit across from somebody, you might have to ask the dude, hey, are you a girl? And you might have to ask the girl, hey, are you a dude? So you know what I'm saying?
Should that be a crime of passion? I think if, you know, man, if you was to find out, you flip out. Because that's one thing you can't wash away. You lay down what even used to be a man. You cannot fix that. You can't change that. That's forever. You lay down with a man. I don't care what kind of surgery, man. So if you was to flip out and they didn't tell you, I think that should be a crime of passion.
Yeah, it could be looked at it that way. And so I think some of these Bible Belt states might look at it that way. They might.
Yeah, I think it need to be, man, because I couldn't imagine, man. That's why now we getting to that age that y'all gonna have to start looking at birth certificates. I'm telling y'all gonna have to start looking at birth certificates. You know, and the crazy part is I've seen a woman, I know a woman that could pass for a man. That's scary.
Yep.
I definitely know a woman that could pass for a man. We gonna go ahead. If y'all could do me a favor and mute your mics, we gonna go ahead and move to this next story, right? So in New Jersey, if you are a parent in New Jersey and your kid, for example, rob a bank, you could be charged with the crime if they are minor. So we gonna go ahead and listen to this. And Sky, man, we gonna talk about this, man, because I think this is like some scary stuff, man. Without further ado, let's go ahead and listen.
Hello, Faith.
Bad behavior and the consequences are steep. It's all in response to recent incidents all over the state of rowdy teens causing chaos. Leland Pinder from our sister station, WPVI, has a story from Gloucester Township.
Under a new ordinance in Gloucester Township, parents and guardians of minors involved in public disturbances could face fines or even jail time.
These are your children. Had you governed them a certain way, this ordinance wouldn't be necessary.
The new law is in response to incidents of youth misbehavior, including at last year's Gloucester Township Day, where fights broke out and hundreds of teens caused chaos at Veterans Park and a nearby shopping center.
As a parent, I think it's absolutely necessary.
While some support the move, others oppose it, saying the law could cause hardship for some families. That may put your parent in a situation to either lose their job or lose finances. Let it go through the course the way it usually does. In a statement to Action News, Gloucester Township Police said each incident is still and always will be handled on a case-by-case basis, taking into account the specific situation and the totality of circumstances. Similar chaos has erupted in events statewide in towns like Seaside Heights and Mays Landing this year. In June, New Jersey Governor Phil Murphy signed the Public Brawl Law into state code. It allows authorities to charge anyone who starts a brawl. People hope new measures locally and statewide will make a difference.
I have 4 kids, and my youngest, she can't experience like that fun stuff that we have in town because of, other kids acting out.
So that's where we at with it, man. Sky, you want to go on this first?
Well, let me see. So if you currently have children, I wouldn't be worried about it, but I think it's a measure to start scaring people into just spreading their legs and having kids. Because when I told you I was listening to that debate about children and childless women, one of the narratives was, well, I'm having all these kids, single, married, why are you concerned? And the women that didn't have kids said because when they grow up, they terrorize our neighborhoods. They're in these stores stealing. They're doing all these type of things once they come out, like bed bugs. Once they come out, they just every damn well, right? They're cute when they're toddlers and babies and you can keep them in your yard and in the house. But once they learn how to start riding bikes and walking and can move, then your problem becomes our problem. And I just believe New Jersey, that's what they're saying. It's like you're out here having kids. You're probably just a child yourself. So you can't teach your children how to behave. So when you're out in public or when they're out in public by themselves, they're harming others. You see what I'm saying? So do I agree that the parents should be penalized? Again, it's a case-by-case thing. But I'm thinking this is more of a scare tactic to be like, hey, before you start having a bunch of kids that you can't take care of, or it ain't a 2-parent household, you better think about this law, because if you're a single mom, 5 kids, you got 5 boys and they all grow up to be criminals, then we're going to slap you for all of this. Because there's a lot of, especially white women, when their kids commit crimes, they just boo-hoo and cry, oh, I was a bad parent. No, your child was just a damn demon from the beginning. But now, if they pass this bill, you really gonna boo-hoo and cry because you can end up losing everything.
Yep, and you know what? I would be okay with this bill, except this. they took away discipline from parents. So they're at fault for this, right? Now, I think parents should be able to discipline a child up to a certain age. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you haven't reached your child by 10, you're probably never going to reach it. You see what I'm saying? Because really, I think, man, discipline is for children that, you know, they don't have comprehension. So when they like, you know, 3, 4, 5, 6, maybe even 7, right? But at some point, you got to form some kind of form of communication with them. And if you don't, you probably done lost them already. So I just think it's on them. They took that away from kids, and now kids run the parents. And when the parent even threatened to whoop them, you know what happens? Oh, I'm going to call the police on them. How many times have we seen that? Kids will even lie and say, oh, my mom did this, or my dad did this, or my stepmom did this, or my stepdad did that. So they have even used it to, they even weaponized it.
Yep, because we talked about that in that show, did we not? About the daughter that lied on the husband.
Yep, on the stepdaddy. Yep. And so they're at fault for this. So it's like, man, how you gonna? So now my question is, how are you going to punish the parents when you're at fault for the behavior of a lot of these kids because you have taken away discipline from the home?
Yep.
And now you don't want to deal with the kids? That's the only issue I got with that.
Yeah. And then they took it out of the schools. No corporal punishment or paddling in schools. So now,
hell yeah, because I got my ass padded.
Yeah. Now, if you can't handle your child, they either go to military school or they go to some type of juvenile detention. Which then they just grow up to become even more criminals because they used to being in a cage or in a box or being told what to do. So jail is nothing to them if they've been in juvenile since they were 16. So when they're 26, hell, coming in and out of jail is just a Tuesday for them.
You know the other issue I got with this guy? All these politicians, they come out multimillionaires. They're stealing from the system. So all that money that they're stealing can go toward programs, to after-school programs and programs to help these kids. But instead, kids don't got nowhere to go. So now we're seeing the aftermath of this. They took away, they've taken away discipline from parents, and you see more and more or less and less funding for programs for kids. And this is the aftermath of it. So now they're going to put it all back on the parents?
But here's the situation we live in. In a perfect world, let's just say what you're saying is true. They did have the money. They do have the after-school programs. They do all this. When you have babies having babies, they don't care. Your child is 7 or 8 years old, but the mom is only 29, 30. You know what I'm saying? Like some of them don't even go to parent-teachers conference. If they had a meeting talking about, hey, we're giving away free lunch and making sure your kids,
like last week, the free hearing.
Or we're doing this for your kids. We just need you to show up, listen, and learn. They don't even go. If the grandparents don't go, it just doesn't happen. So these politicians,
but you know what,
are stealing this money. Is like, I should give it to the poor or whoever. They don't even show up, so we're gonna keep it in our pockets.
But this goes, I'm glad you said that, because this goes into a conversation that you and I had 3 weeks ago, where I said what they could do. I think one of the things they need to implement in welfare reform is that, yes, we will allow you, like they're kicking these people off. I don't think that should happen. I think what they should do is say, if you're going to get on the system, what we're going to do is you got to be on birth control. As long as you're getting some kind of assistance, you got to be on birth control. And if you have children of age, they also have to be on birth control. Unless otherwise from a doctor, they get, for some health reason, the doctor say, hey, this person can't do this because X, Y, and Z. Other than that, I think they can nip this stuff in the bud by just simply allowing them the birth control. You get government assisted help, but you got to be on birth control. That way you ain't having all these kids, man, that you know you can't financially take care of or physically take care of.
And so when you have all these things that you can't take care of, as soon as they become of age, then they're out in these streets. And then some of it is on the parents. You hear parents all the time in the store. I don't have the money. I have to pay this bill. My check didn't come. I don't have a. So by the time your child is 6 or 7, all they know is, okay, this green piece of paper will get me the toy that I want, the clothes that I want, the shoes. Because every time they talk to their mom or dad, it's always, we don't have money. So why should your child want to go to school, go to aftercare programs, play t-ball, play softball, when that's not giving them what they want? They tired of waiting every Christmas. So then when they turn 13, 14, what's their education? All they've heard all their lives was money. So now they're out in the streets doing these crimes. And this is where the neighborhood's getting together saying, hey, we need to pass this bill saying if your child is out here doing XYZ, you need to be held responsible.
I agree, man. Man, we are moving along, y'all. Sky, what we're going to do right quick is I'm going to play another song. When we come back, I've got 10 boxes full. So if you could do me a favor while we're on here, put 1 through 10, and then I'm going to have you, because you're not on Bigo, so I'm going to have you draw a number. Whatever number you draw out, that's who we're going to give the first 300 diamonds to, okay? And everybody that's sitting in the panel, if y'all stick around for the second hour, you're going to have a chance to win 500. So let's go ahead, get to a song right quick. Then we're going to do this giveaway. And then we're going to go ahead and get into some more topics, all right? If y'all listening right now, if y'all could go ahead and do us a favor, share the live. Thank you guys for watching us on Facebook, Twitch, YouTube, Bigo, and Instagram. All right, man, y'all rocking with the Nashville Caveman podcast. I am one half of your host, Damo Leash. We'll be right back after these messages.
Oh man. Hey, listen, man. Listen. Please excuse me. I'm cruising. I'm doing about $1, $2, $3 in the hoopty. I'm bleeding profusely. I'm on my way to see you, big bro. I'ma need my 44 and my Uzi. I'm trying to stay focused when you shit the mirrors, but I'm kind of woozy. Maybe my mood sticks, maybe my mood swings, or maybe I'm just not a perfect person, or maybe I'm the worst when I'm hurting and lightweight slurping bourbon. Might be why I'm gurping and swerving. I'm sure this is not suburban, God, and I'm slurring my words again. My bad, I got a urge for cursing when I'm apparently worried the turns will learn again. You know, the cherries and berry nerds in them, working the current and lurking it. Oh yeah, let me get back to the subject of this bastard and why I have to be holding my ribs and kidneys after.
Why you say that?
Cause simply this heathen is no longer breathing. His lungs are empty. Guess he thought he could get me. You know how these kids be nowadays. I'm no dry snitch, so I'ma say he had it coming to him. Shank was running through him. His homies was running to him. Sweat is running fuming, I'm puffing, moving. I must have stopped myself before I shoved it to him. Contemplating self-defense in case I end up in front of a judge and jury. I stuff my jury in a peasant's pants. I'm innocent, no incriminating evidence. Smart thinking, right? Despite the adrenaline kicking in, kinda like the feeling when you feeling grim and all you got is a set of Minifin. Oh, so I improvise. I wish I could simplify what's in my mind. Hey, they say I must be psychotic in disguise, like it's a private enterprise, like I'm a chairman with stocks and shares and shit. Scary, ridiculous, man. Big bro, is you still listening? I just get a fix, ain't that a bitch? How did I even get in this? How can I pin this on a hating cousin or a fake sibling? Whatever, man. I'm just trying to be clever, man.
All right, y'all, man, we are back. Sky, I'm going to go ahead and have you pick out a number. Let me know the number you pick out, and then whatever number you pick out, I'm going to go ahead and give that person.
All right, here we go. Shaking it up. Pulling it out. Number 6.
Number 6. Hold on, let me screen record this while I'm doing it. I definitely want to screen record this while all right, so there we go. Start screen record. All right, and y'all stay tuned because all right, hold on. Give me a minute. This acting slow. Hold on. There we go. This thing is moving slow. Hold on. All right, there we go. Say input number now. There we go. Ooh, no. All right, there we go. Hold on. I'm a little slow today. There we go. All right, y'all stay tuned because I got 500 I'm giving away this next hour. We do this every Tuesday. Now, right now it's 3 and 500. Soon it's going to be 3,000 and 5,000. But I'm not going to let y'all know what week I'm going to do that. So I'd advise y'all to come every week because out of the blue, it's going to be a day where I say, okay, 3,000, 5,000. Stay tuned because we're still giving away 500. All right, Sky, we're going to go ahead and get into, let me go ahead and stop the screen. I got screen record, so. All right, there we go. All right, so let me go ahead and get into this next story, man. This dude, man, he actually had a good opinion on this. He's basically talking about if you take away a female's organs, most men do not. Let me lock this other box. Actually, no, I'm going to keep it open for 22 minutes. At 1 o'clock, I'm going to lock this last box. So if nobody else get in, I'm going to lock the box, all right? Let's go ahead and get into this, man, and then, Sky, we're going to go ahead and talk about this, all right?
They don't. They like women sexually, but they don't like sexual men. Don't like women for real. They don't. They like women sexually, but they don't like women. They're not attracted to what a woman is outside of her sexual organs.
What he's saying actually carries some merit. Myself personally, I don't like women. I'm crazy about my women, the women I deal with, because they're real traditional feminine women. But the average woman today, she's a liar. She can't be trusted.
Damn.
She only cares about what someone can do for her. And she can't be trusted. Would you like a person like that? Listen, fellas, stop selecting these women based on their looks. Select a woman because she's a decent human being. Back to the streets with you.
All right. So we heard they take on that. Did you want to go ahead and address that first, or you want me to go ahead and?
I mean, what can I refute? What can I rebuke on that? I can't go against anything he just said. That is absolutely true. In the times we live in, a lot of people are me. I used to tell folks all the time, me is what got you here, you know? So that is true. You should look past the looks sometimes, like you said, the BBLs, the surgeries, see what's in their mind, what's in their heart, how they are they on bad days, how do they handle situations, how do they handle when they're mad. I mean, those are the things that you want to look for in folks, but we live in such a shallow how. I don't know if you watched that movie Shallow How, but we live in such a shallow how society that everybody wants the trophy wife. Okay, she looks good in public, but behind closed doors, what else is she doing for you?
Man, you know what? I definitely agree with this part, right? I actually told somebody this. I was like, man, the world is full of beautiful women. You, no matter what direction you turn, you can find beautiful women all over the world. But the tragedy of it all is you don't find many women that you really enjoy their company. Like there are a lot of, I've ran into a lot of beautiful women that the moment they start speaking, I lose attraction to them. Not even attracted to them. Like they no longer look as beautiful as I initially saw them as. You see what I'm saying? And they just not, everything is financial. They turn into a bill. It goes into that thing where it was like, remember, I think we was talking about this a couple months ago, where it was like, if men want to save money, they be single. If women want to save money, get into a relationship. That goes, because you rarely see a woman that say, you know what? It's not just about me, it's about us. You know what I'm saying? What can I do to help us get to this level in life? Outside of being needy and, I need this done and I need this done financially. And because, man, you can be a burden. I think, man, the most attractive thing in a woman is her ability to add on to what you already built. So say, for example, man, I got a real good high-paying job and I make a lot of money, but financially, I am not as literate as she is. Man, like, remember that video we was watching last week where the woman was talking about how she found value in her being able to learn about stocks. So she learned how to take money and double it and triple it. She first learned how to do it herself, and then she was like, "Now, if I get with a man that's already making money, now I can take what we build and double and triple value in that aspect." And we were talking about that's not the only way that a woman can add value, but you know what I'm saying? That's one way she could, though.
That woman, right? Damo, did she learn it on her own or did somebody teach her?
She learned on her own. She said she taught herself when she was in high school and she had to go through trial and error. But eventually she was like, she did her with her own money and then she got really good at it. And so she was like, now I know what I can add to a man's life and allow him to still be a man and be in control, but knowing in what area that I can help strengthen what we build. And I was like, pretty interesting. You know what I'm saying? But that's really the thing, man. It's hard to find. I'm more attracted to energy than physical. Right. You know what I'm saying? Like, because the physical part of a woman can be bought.
Right.
We seeing that nowadays. The physical part can be bought, but the energy part, you can't buy energy. Right. Either you got that or you don't.
Right. So let me give a scenario. So you have a woman, right? Well, you have two women. Let's say two women. Let's say three. Okay. First woman learned how to braid hair because her mama braided hair and her older sister braided hair. Her grandma braided hair. She watched and she learned. Woman number two didn't come out of that household, but she took the time to learn how to braid hair. YouTube, going to classes, watching other people. Woman number three just didn't give it and just don't braid hair. So this woman, which woman do you want? Do you want the woman that's honest and say, I don't care about XYZ? The woman that says I had to learn XYZ on my own, or the woman that says I learned XYZ in my household?
the woman that can bring me peace first and foremost. Because at the end of the day, none of that other stuff don't matter if we don't have peace. I think, man, a lot of men, they pass fast. Like their life goes by really fast due to stress. Because it's a lot to just be out in the workforce itself and then having all the responsibilities of a man. It's a lot. Even women too. I ain't gonna take that away from women, but men, it's really an expectation to be able to be a provider. And it comes with a lot of stress. Right? So if you don't have peace at home, where do you have peace? If you got to go to the bar to get peace, what are we doing?
Yeah. I mean,
I don't want to have to go to a bar to get peace.
I respect the woman who learned it on her own, that lets me know she has character and she can get it up from the mud. But I would want a woman in my life that's the household they came out of. Because if I don't be with you, that means I'm attached to you and your family. Yes, your family is not sufficient and you didn't want to be like your family, right? So you took the time to be better than your family. But if I'm with you, I still got to be with your family. So when we go to dinners and family reunions, I'm still in that environment. I'd rather have the woman who learned it from her family. So that way, when I'm with her, I know what the family's like. And I'm like, ooh, thank God I enjoy sitting here with your family. Or not just, no, I don't want to go over there. So that's why I was asking, not just hair, just in general. She learned stock. I was just using hair as an example.
I got you.
Yeah.
I got you.
Peace and freedom too, yeah. But I'm just saying, for the young guys out there, do you want a girl who grew up in a terrible household, but she broke that system and did it on her own, then she can help you? Or do you want a woman who grew up in a good household, they taught her this, they taught her that, and then she comes to the table? Because eventually when you date somebody, you bringing their family into your peace and freedom. And if she's a good, but her damn uncles and aunties and mom and daddy just, that relationship ain't gonna work either, because you're gonna want to go around her family.
Well, you know what, man? I think that's the thing when it comes to family, though. We can't confuse relatives and family. Just because you're a relative don't mean you're family. You know? And so I think that's another point of emphasis that we need to also, man, always think about. Now, this next topic, we're going to bounce off of what we're just discussing, right? What this gentleman was talking about, you really want to test the authenticity of a relationship? Take sex out. I think if you did that, you really know, especially ladies, man, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you snatch that part from a dude and you don't build a relationship on that from the get-go, you really know and see what kind of dude that you got. Now, with that said, we are like wolves. We will linger for a long time, get what we want, devour it, and be on our way.
Okay.
So, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to really get to know and see if y'all really get along. I'm talking about if y'all got some things in common. What is y'all communication skills like? All of that. But without further ado, man, this brother, man, kind of talks about this. So we're going to go ahead and play this guy. We're going to go ahead and bounce our ideas off of it, all right?
Okay.
If you date a man or a woman for that matter, and you keep sex out the picture, you will both come to a very quick conclusion if you're supposed to be together.
Amen.
You will.
Amen.
Now, the women that followed that rule, it was amazing how quick that man came to a decision. Because a man cannot be with you. He cannot be with a woman and he's not getting sex. God designed him that way. And the second reason God designed sex so strong in men, and so it would keep driving him back to his wife. Because she likes that closeness. He likes the sex. She likes the closeness. If you date a man.
All right. So what do you think about that, man?
I don't know. I'll let you go first on that one. That's a little bit.
I'm gonna tell you this, man. If you got a low maintenance woman that don't ask for a lot, you know, don't have these crazy, outlandish requirements, you know, don't care where we going on a date. The date is the date. You know, she just want to spend time with you. I think, man, with some women you could wait on. I know I could. You know what I'm saying? Because I actually would prefer to learn her first. Because I think once you get the sex involved, it kind of complicate things if you don't get to certain levels. As far as like learning what kind of woman you with, right?
Absolutely.
So I ain't never really had no issue with waiting. But with that said, though, you can't have these crazy, bizarre requirements of me and then just tell me to turn around and wait at the same time. Meaning you want me to spend because let me say this, and I know this, people may not agree with this, but the way that a woman protects her body, men, we like to protect our finances. So the way y'all treat your vaginas is the same way we treat our wallets. Proceed with caution. So there's nothing wrong with a woman saying, you know what, I prefer to wait before we get to that level. But then, long as they understand it at the same time, then we're the same way with spending money. Because we work hard for the money that we got. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to be spending all this crazy amount of money. Because basically what we're doing is we're investing into you. That's what we're doing. When we spend money on you, unless we just, giving from the heart at the moment, we're investing in you. You know, you're a long-term investment. And so, if you're not one of the women that asks for it, well, spend all this crazy money on me and you're low maintenance, what dude? Yeah, of course a dude can wait. The right dude. I'm talking about a dude with good intentions. That's just my opinion, though. I know I could. I can't speak for the other dudes, but I know I could.
Well, how about, okay, so are we still on the topic, or did this jump off about other than sex, do we really care for women, right? So that's kind of where I'm still at right now. If you take sex away, let's say sex just didn't exist, then it would be no waiting period because sex just didn't exist. Can a man and woman, A, just get along for their company and time? B, can they be compatible? Or C, is everything in this world still all about money?
That's the part that has to be, you know what, Sky? That's the part that it has to be, figured out. If you take the sex away, do you and I get along? Can I stand to be in your company? Because if the answer is no, then what are we doing here? This is the part where people really need to learn how to be friends. I'm talking about genuine friends first. And I know it's hard, man, because, man, when you're a man and you're a woman, it is what it is. But that's it. You gotta take that part out and you gotta find that out. And I think a lot of people don't.
No.
They don't go finding that out.
Based on sex, right? A lot of relationships is based on looks and sexual energy, right? And then when you get to the point in your life where you can't have sex 5 times a day, or you don't look the way you look when you was in your 20s, then you're gonna go through a lot of relationships where you die. Because
that's when they fall apart. That's why they fall apart, Sky. You know what I'm saying? That's why they fall apart. But if you got somebody that you like, man, if I was to get in a car accident today, I know this person gonna be by my side. If you was to find a person like that, man, you winning. That's the ultimate win. Because most people don't have anybody that'll wipe their ass, you know what I'm saying, and push came to shove. They don't. Or if that if you fall, you ain't gonna be laying down on the ground for about 4 or 5 days because nobody came and checked on.
Yep, and that's why you have a lot of mean and evil people in this world. A lot of people have a lot of animosity or secretly hate you because you have something that they will never have. Because money can't buy that. Cars, jewelry, nothing can buy having somebody to stay with you for the rest of your life. Even if you gave people $1 million, if they don't want to be bothered with you, they ain't staying. Like you said, they'll stay for a good time, but not a long time.
It's the same way with money. And, if the woman is there because you make 6 figures, that's why when you always, sometimes, man, these females tell you what they're about. And they tell you, they'll take you or they got interest if you make 6 figures. Then you got to ask yourself, if you was to get in a car wreck and then, man, you didn't make that no more, you paralyzed now. The money that you used to make, you don't make no more. If she's telling you you got to be have made 6 figures in order for her to be with you, then that's what she's telling you is if you don't make that no more, I'm out.
Yep.
So
finding the next person.
So she gonna go, and if your wallet is the high priority, then if a man come along with a bigger wallet, then guess what? You're gonna lose her anyway. So what's the point?
That's true.
So it's the same with sex. You know, man, like ladies, y'all listen to these dudes tell y'all, you know, man, I like a woman with, you know, man, a big butt, or she gotta have big breasts. And then you work yourself, you compare yourself to other women, and then you know, eating everything, and you trying your best to be that woman. If that's what's keeping him there, then that means that another woman can walk right by with a better shape and take him from him.
Absolutely. Yes, Raj, I'm about to order it. Go ahead, Damo.
So it's the same, man. Man, we gonna go ahead and play, because we got 2 more subjects, and we gonna go ahead and play some music. We gonna jump into a subject. While this music playing, I'm gonna lock these boxes. So the people that's here are the people that's gonna qualify for the 500 diamonds. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Let's go ahead and get to some music right quick. Then when we come back, we're gonna jump into this woman was talking about that she prefers to be a single mom. That's new, man. I you know, I ain't heard too many women say that, but you know, man, she's you know, she has the right to feel that way. But we just want to hear her take on it, and then we're gonna chime in and give our thoughts. But right now, man, we're gonna play some music. Y'all are tuned in to the Nashville Caveman podcast. Thank you guys for being here, especially my people on Bigo. Thank y'all for being here. All my people on YouTube, Instagram, Twitch, Facebook, thank y'all for being here. Again, if y'all can share the live, that's the fastest way y'all can help our channel grow. All right, man, let's get into this music, man. We'll be right back.
Gave me life in another form. Sexing you be like crazy, like I'm out of a poem. Born to lead a leader, hugging her when I greet her. How does it feel to have a man and know just how to treat you? Make you feel good, don't it? Wanna get out and flown it. I know your nerves be getting bad, cause I be getting on it. That's why whatever you want, I go get it, no matter the cost. Your friends be dropping us off, but I'm playing them off, cause they don't mean nothing. They just be running their mouth. They just mad, cause they live in the bricks and I live in the house. And we hustle hard for that, and we ain't going back. They just don't know what I went through to try to get where I'm at. Just think back to that shack in that old ass lack where you used to hit the block every day trying to get off that pack. When I was poor, broke, ass out, didn't wanna go home. You was the only one that had strength to keep me strong. That's why it's you and me, you and me, you and me. Out of the game, you're out of the game, yeah. You and me, out of the game, in and out of the game, yeah. Jodeci forever, my lady. You and me and you, what the deal? Between both of us, you know we sure to make a meal. Can you feel what I'm saying? And I don't fall on my knees to pray. Things go right, I just might reminisce about the first time I seen you and the first time we kissed. Shit, we used to go half up on the sack, half up on the yak, half up at the tank, half up at the bank. We used to hit licks together, flip together. Shit, we went from chips to cheddar. Who better? Trying to be a foundation for us to build, from the bottom to the hills, from the ocean to the fields. Ain't you real? That's why I feel the way I feel. The sign sealed, delivered sincerely, we will. I can hold back love, I can go back love, I can go back love, love, love. You and me, out of the game, you're out of the game. You and me, out of the game, girl. I can go back love, I can go back love. cause you display the truth. Everything that I'm trying to do, you trying to do it too. It's hard to tell you, but I cheated with some rats on the roll. While you was giving me everything, I was treating you cold. Man, it's been hell and hot water and back with my cat. From short stacks to fat, from pintos to lax. I'm back, and how the hell I make it this far? You may not like the deal, but you love me now. No more clouds or rainy days, just sunshines in your smile. Meanwhile, we've been focusing on building a new house, on a new route for more clouds, steady repping the new south. Ain't no doubt them gold diggers hate to see what you bout, because it's you and me, you and me. In and out of the game, girl, it's just you and me and you and me. In and out of the game, girl, you and me. I can go back up, I can go back up. No, no.
All right, y'all, we back, man. We are entering hour number 2. I have locked all the boxes. Somebody, I think, got kicked out by mistake. So if they come back in, I am going to give them a chance to come back in. But right now, this chick said, man, and I thought that was, her take on this was absolutely funny to me. So without further ado, man, we're going to listen to why she said she is totally fine with being a single mom. All right, so here we go. This funny. Hold on.
I've done the whole baby mama, baby daddy thing, being a couple, right from the hospital, moving in together with our kid. I just don't like it. I don't like having to wake up, feed a man, feed my baby.
All right, there we go.
But I love being a single mom. I prefer being a single mom. I've done the whole baby mama, baby daddy thing, being a couple, right from the hospital, moving in together with our kid. I just don't like it. I don't like having to wake up, feed a man, feed my baby, and I don't eat till what? Noon? Constantly have to do everything. Have 2 babies, a grown-ass man baby, and then take care of my kid. Like, no, I like just being by myself with my kid, taking care of my kid, just living life. I like not having to give my body to a man every damn day or whenever the hell they want it. I like not having to give my throat to a man every day. Like, I'm just chilling. Being celibate, doing me, and taking care of my daughter. I love it. It's peaceful. It's so peaceful. Some girls have good baby daddies, good partners, and they like it. But me personally, I don't want a boyfriend. I don't want a man. I can die peacefully, living peacefully. Like, we're just out here chilling. I blew up a whole pole thing for her, and now I'm just chilling, sitting here, chilling peacefully, not having to worry about no fucking man. I like being a single mom personally, and I even prayed before I had a kid to God, give me a baby without the man, and it worked out in my favor. I love it. I love being a single mom.
All right.
You know what? At one point in my life, I kind of felt that way. It's so peaceful not having to worry about or think about somebody else, what they doing, who they talking to, and who they gonna bring home. And I mean, it's just when it's just you. You know, you put something here, and when you leave, you ain't got to worry about somebody moving it. You ain't got to worry about. I mean, it is a lot of peace and freedom when you by yourself. Now, I don't know how much peace and freedom she got having a child. I'm just talking about without a child, when it's just you, no spouse, no child. That I understand. But how much peace and freedom do you have being a single parent? That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Here's the only issue I heard. That thought I don't have an issue with, but here's what I do have an issue with. Why bring a kid? And if you feel like that, Why would you want to bring a kid into the situation? See, this is where I be thinking that people don't really care about kids like they say. Because, okay, you don't want a man, but do you think if that kid may want their dad?
Yeah.
Like most kids want their dad. Contrary to what y'all believe, most kids want, that is traumatic for the dad not to be around.
Right.
That is, man, kids grew up their whole adulthood trying to fix and repair that missing element. Because you know when the dad is not around, you know what they're missing? The other half of their legacy or their history. They're only getting half of the history. They're only getting the history from mom's side.
Mm-hmm.
There's a whole nother history on dad's side that the kid is missing. And they feel empty. And so that's the only issue I got. If you don't want a man, fine. But don't bring kids in it. Don't have kids. To say, man, I want to have kids, but I don't want the man. Well, what about what the kids want? Not one time did she mention anything about what the child wants.
Right.
They just assume that the kid is okay with that arrangement.
Right.
You know, but I'm going to tell you. Sky, and maybe I'm wrong, but when you was at school events, because I know I did, I had one parent, my dad. So when he was there or when I didn't have no parent, did you feel a certain kind of way at a school event when you seen other people's dads or family members around and that particular person wasn't there for you?
At the beginning, till I got used to it, yeah.
Yeah, but you had to, but that's, you know, that's the thing, man. You to get used to something like that because you really don't have a choice.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man.
It is.
And you're right, you get used to it. But it's still traumatic. Because you're like, here's another half of me that I don't know nothing about.
Yeah, well, that lady situation, I don't know if she's divorced, he left, he died.
No, it was her baby daddy.
She just said she just don't want to move forward in another relationship with a spouse. But what made her be in the first relationship and produce a kid, then I don't know.
And she said she don't want to be confined to, you know, having sex whenever the man want to have sex or giving up her throat, as she put it. You know what I'm saying? She don't want to be a throat goat. Anytime it's required, the man say, let me borrow your apple for a minute. Let me see that throat. You know how that throat stretch out. She said she don't want nothing to do with that. So
yeah, well then whatever trauma.
Not Adam's apple. Relationship don't got no Adam's apple hell.
Whatever trauma she had in that relationship, then I guess she don't want it to carry on to another relationship.
Yeah. Yep, she said, hey man, I'm just gonna make do with these toys. Buzz Lightyear.
You got a friend in me.
She said, hell, Energizer lasts forever. Energizer lasts forever. Man, dang, we almost have enough to talk about a whole nother subject because we're way ahead of schedule. So this caseworker was in front of a whole bunch of men, right? And she was telling them that, hey, man, y'all paying child support, but all that child support is not going to it's not going to, you know, you may think it's going to the custodial parent, but it's not. That's not always the case. So without further ado, we're going to hear her. And afterward, because we got time, we're going to talk about this story. And Sky, I don't know if you heard this story, where in Michigan, this man went up to his wife's job and tried his best to take her life. He tried his best. And the reason being is because he was married to this woman for 9 years. And come to find out, they had 3 kids. None of the children were his.
How he find that out?
But get this. they had the same DNA.
Okay, that makes no sense in my mind, but okay.
That means that them kids was related to him, but they weren't his.
So did she sleep with his brother, his cousin, his nephew, his granddaddy? Like his daddy? Like who did you sleep with?
Man. So we go, but first
3 times, not once, but 3 times.
Damn, dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, damn. All right, well, let's go ahead and get into this. The former child support caseworker, she speaks to a group of men, and I'm glad she gave them this information because it put things in perspective. So,
money that you pay into child support does not necessarily go to that custodial parent. The state is paying themselves back first. And so when you get a mother or a father that's saying, I'm not getting this money that you're sending, they likely are telling you the truth. They are not getting that money because the state is going to get their money first.
Like child support, like with your child. If you look at Title 4D of the 1975 Social Security Act, it literally tells you that child support was created solely to repay back the state for the money that they was giving out from the cash aid, the Medicaid, the food stamps.
Absolutely.
All of that. That's the only purpose. That's what child support is.
Yesterday, somebody right there.
all right. Reach one, teach one. So, and that makes sense, Sky.
Yeah.
That makes total sense. If you know and you know, there's no benefit, man, when you lay with a woman and then you ain't gonna marry her and you're not gonna financially help her either. And she says she got to go to the state to get that help that you can't provide for her. Right. You know what happens? All that money that, you know, because it costs. That food, SNAP, that's money, that costs. That ain't free. It just coming out of the taxpayer dollars, right? Wick, that ain't free food. That's coming out of the taxpayer dollars. Child care, even when a woman go to school, that come out of taxpayer money. And so guess Medicare or Medicaid, it's Medicare for the young folks, right? For people that's on, that just need government health care. Is it Medicare?
But here in Tennessee, Medicare is the government, but here in Tennessee, we call it 10 care. So it trickles down to 10 care, the opposite.
Right? So it makes sense that that's not free. So all that child support, when the mom like, well, you paying it, but I'm not getting it. Well, she telling the truth. She telling the truth.
Yep, she absolutely is. And this ain't nothing I've seen. This ain't nothing that was told to me. There ain't nothing the old folks say. Scott Black lived this, right? So with my kids' mama, this is how it worked. She had the oldest child before I got into her life, right? So, you know, that's 10 care with whatever she was receiving. Then my 2 came along. And the state of Tennessee said, yes, since you had the first child, we're going to take the other 2 and put them in the same bundle and put every father on child support. So this is how I knew about it. I was on child support maybe 6 or 7 months. I was one of the few black men that ever get off there, but that's a different subject. Right. So I knew that there was 2 types of child supports. There's the one where if you're married to somebody and you divorce them and you go down there yourself and do it, then yes, you will receive some of that, especially if the check is going directly to you. If the government is supporting your kids and your baby mom, first of all, they're going to take administrative fees, right? So if I was paying $45 a week, y'all listen to me, child support in my age era was $45 a week. So out of the $45, she might have received $42 because they had to take $3 for administrative fee. But for some people, if the children and the mom was receiving benefits for so long, then no, there was no such thing as arrears like it is now with if you go down there yourself. When you paid $100, $200 a week or whatever you're paying, it's going back to them for reimbursing for all the stuff that you just said. So that's how I knew about all of this stuff. So can I pivot a little bit? How you were saying about dating single moms, right? So if you date a single mom and she has 3 kids already on the system, we're just gonna call it the system. You get with her and have a 4th kid. They're not going to alienate that 4th kid just because you're a great dad. they're going to bundle that fourth kid in with the other three and come slap your ass on child support, even if you're taking care of the child, living with the child. Whatever, you're the great dad, but the other three dads are bums. That ain't how it works. That child came out of that same hole as the other three. So now, all together, they're going to end up getting the insurance. They're going to raise her food stamps, her wig. Back then, women used to get stipends back then when I was doing it. They used to get like $85 or $100 a month to help with their electric bill, to help with gas, to help with, because my kid's mom, she had other things she had to do. So not only would she get a stipend check for electricity, she would get a gas check to pay people to get her back and forth. She would get discounts for like riding the bus. I mean, just all this old stuff, right? So that money would go back to paying them because, like you said, it's not free. So yes, men, is if you are going to date a single woman that's already on the system, you be careful about having your child, because even if you are a great dad, they're not going to alienate your child. That child's going to automatically go on the system, and then the system, what we call Tennessee, is going to send you a letter talking about, yeah, now we putting you on child support.
Man, you know what I think need to happen? I think, man, people just need to grow the F up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I know they ain't going to agree with me on this, but once you have a child with somebody, it ain't going to work out, right?
Mm-hmm.
But to me, the best thing y'all can do is be cool and is live in the same house. You know what I'm saying? The kid got both parents. Now, if y'all not going to work out romantically, then y'all can have boyfriend and girlfriends. Just don't bring them to the house, right?
Mm-hmm.
Don't bring them to the house. You know, date, and then, you know, because at least then, until the kid become an adult, y'all might as well live together. Now, if y'all decide y'all going to get married, then the other person, that third person, whether it's the woman that finds a husband or the man that finds a wife,
mm-hmm.
y'all know that financially y'all need to contribute and still continue to help the mother or still continue to help the father.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever the case may be. But y'all just be better off just keeping the house together. Y'all don't have to sleep in the same bed and whatnot, but y'all can be under the same roof as friends, as roommates, and y'all do whatever y'all do.
Mm-hmm. So remember the single mama thing again. So you meet a woman that has 3 kids, you have a 4th child with her. You need to find out what's going on, because if you marry that woman, now not only they're gonna clap you on child support for your biological, now you're gonna pay for the other 3 that those deadbeat dads did, because now you are the custodian and guardian with that stuff. So you need to think twice.
Right,
and I don't want to say this because nobody's better than anybody else, but I'm just trying to paint a picture. In the hood, urban, ghetto, project. If you see a woman that you even think is like that and she's walking around with 3 kids and a basket and all this old stuff, and you don't know what's funding that, if you get with her and you have a child or you marry her, I don't feel sorry for you, because you put yourself in that situation. Nobody put a gun to your head and tell you to have another child with a woman that's struggling with 3. So I'm just telling y'all for who I live this. So this ain't me just fabricating. I know when it comes to that child support and kids and I've lived that. I know it. Now, it has changed within the last 25 to 28 years, but It's still the same foundation. So especially in Tennessee. So y'all need to be careful with that stuff.
I just tell y'all, man, stick with the woman you originally have kids with. Become friends. If it don't work out, y'all can become roommates, because what's happening is it doesn't work out. The man not only got to take care of your household, he got to take care of his household. So now he's super struggling. You super struggling because the money that you're actually getting from him in child support ain't enough. Y'all both losing. And the kid really losing. So I think ultimately the best thing y'all can do, right, is just become roommates. Be up under the same roof. The kid got their mama and daddy. You know what I'm saying? If y'all gonna be in a relationship with other people, fine. If y'all gonna still continue to sleep together, fine. But y'all need to work out whatever y'all need to work out and just continue with the person you have kids with.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And before you had kids with them, you need to really find out if y'all really, really, really could get along. That's first and foremost, man. I don't understand why that is so hard. Because then you'll have a scenario like this. You'll have a situation like this. Without further ado, I'm going to play this because we got about 10, 15 minutes. So I'm going to play this story. I want y'all to hear this. This is nuts. I'm strolling through it. Then afterward, we're going to give 500 diamonds away, all right? And y'all remember, we do this every Tuesday, all right? One of these Tuesdays, I'm going to do 3,000 and 5,000. But I'm not going to tell y'all what day I'm going to do it. I'm just going to wait till the panel get full, and then one day we're going to give it away, and then the people that's watching in the comments going to be salty, but it is what it is, all right? But that is something we working toward. All right. Let me go ahead and open this up. Hey, what's up, Pay?
Free that man. If this story about Deshaun Hood is true, the man who allegedly shot his wife because he found out that 3 of their children were not his and instead were family members, free that man. That's a crime of passion. Hear me out.
Hey,
some of y'all women will flip out when another woman texts your man. And y'all are destroying cars and burning clothes and trying to run them over. But this man finds out that his wife has cheated on him, not once, not twice, but 3 times with family members. Think about the fact that this man is at 4th of July, hosted at his house, and all of these people that are cheating with his wife are sitting at his table eating his food. He is at Christmas watching his kids opening up gifts. Yeah, this was from Uncle such and such. In reality, that's from your daddy.
Damn.
Whole time, this woman is looking this man in the face. Yeah, I need you to go work some overtime because we need some back to school clothes for the kids. This ain't his kids. I fully believe that it needs to be mandatory that we do DNA tests at birth for everybody. Married, dating, hookups, everybody needs to be doing DNA tests before they sign a birth certificate. Because this is one of them situations where, very sad, the woman survived. Allegedly, she is still at the hospital recovering from her injuries. But this is a crime of passion. That man blacked out. Because I know I would.
Hell yeah.
Man.
Hell yeah, I would have too. All right. All right, Sky.
Well, yeah, she might have survived, but he did.
He ain't never gonna be the same.
Yeah, I don't know, because you can hear stories like this, but there's nothing you can do. We're not God. We can't read people's minds. You could have a good woman for 5 years, and then the year number 6, she decides to cheat on you. You can be married for 20 years, and then the 21st year, she cheats on you. You don't know. So that's why I'm always advocating for a plan B, a way out, not just monetary. Emotionally, you need an emotional plan B, a spiritual plan B. You know what I'm saying? A mental plan B. That man didn't have none of it. That's why he went and shot her. Because everybody always just assumes that you meet a woman, you get to know her, she's everything you want her to be, y'all get married, and that's true. You could be married. People change all the time. And so and then you wake up one day and now she's not the same person, and she's out here cheating and having other children. I just don't understand why people in their mind think things are going to last forever. Things in this world change, and they change quickly and fast. So do I agree with him shooting her? No. But what we're going to take for this, gentleman, is I don't care who you with right now, how long you've been married, or if you just dating, you need to have a plan B for all the things I just said, because one day she might wake up and feel differently about you, or go do something else with somebody else, or you might wake up one day and find out that child ain't yours. Don't get to the point where you're going to spend the rest of your life in prison because she's not a dog. You can't put her on the leash. You can't tell her what to do. So every time your woman walks out that house, you don't know what she's doing. So you need to be prepared for one day she comes back with another child, another man, or what the hell ever. Actually, you need to be prepared if she finds somebody new and then pay him to come kill your ass for the life insurance money. Stuff like that. And that's what kills me about humans. They think this stuff lasts forever, and it doesn't. Always have a plan B. Go ahead, Damo.
Man, I'm just going to say this, man. I got 3 rules. I always had 3 rules. Don't bring me no kids back. Well, actually 4. Don't bring nobody to our bedroom. Don't bring me back no kids that ain't mine. don't sleep with no relatives, and don't bring me back no STDs.
Them are good rules.
That's my 4, right? Because if you break one of them 4, that could be the result. I'm just gonna tell you up front, this could be the result if you break one of them rules. Because I don't know how I'm gonna react, right? Because the whole thought, my mind works crazy. Because we could be sitting there on the 4th of July, like she was saying, and my old lady could be there sucking the meat off that bone. And man, could you imagine Uncle Terry over there sitting there talking about, ooh, she gonna suck this meat after she sucked the meat off that bone. And I'm sitting there, I don't know nothing going on. You know what I'm saying? And he like, ooh, yeah, I know how that bone feel. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's pretty deep. You know? Oh, I'm going over here to help man Terry and Aunt May with this. And all the meanwhile, you know what I'm saying? We just praying. Hell no, man. Family, that draws a line, man. And dudes gotta ask, you know what? Dudes gotta ask, it's closed off right now because you gotta be in for the first hour. Dudes you gotta know your family. Like there's some family I know and I knew never to bring my old lady around. Never. Any woman I was with, it was some family members I know. There's a rule of thumb with friends, right? Like if I used to go over to my homeboy's house and he wasn't there, I wasn't going to wait there for him to come. He ain't here, I gotta go. I gotta go. I'm not waiting around. If I come to Sky's and you know what I'm saying, and y'all lady open the door, Sky ain't here. All right, just let him know I came by. I'm gone. There's no more conversation to be had. I don't want to, hey, how's this person? I don't even want to small talk. Because I came here for Sky. You know what I'm saying? Even if we cool, Sky not here, I'm uncomfortable. Even having small conversation with you. That's just rules. You know what's
crazy? And you know crazy about Damo? If he didn't go to jail, he probably would have went back and killed the family members who fathered those children.
And maybe even the kids. Ladies, these folks out here aren't playing.
Yeah.
They are. Y'all play these stupid games, there are some stupid prices to be made. You are not just putting yourself in danger, you're putting everybody that you may be in contact, even your coworkers, in danger. And this is why I don't like to intervene when the situation is taking place between the man and the woman, because I don't know what got them to that point. You see what I'm saying? And
that's true.
She's playing with fire.
Yeah. It is absolutely true. And then you have those men that know those kids ain't his, but he's so in debt to her, he can't get his own place, he can't get his own car, he don't have his own money, he just sits there and takes it.
I think a lot of men don't want to know. They have an idea, but they don't want to know. Because the pain will be so great that they know that mentally they couldn't take it. So they rather not know. And I'll say this, I'm gonna make this last point before we close this out, because we got to give away, we got to do the 500 diamond giveaway. I do think that maternity tests should be mandatory.
Me too.
I don't care if you're married, not married, dating, one night stand, you know what I'm saying? 3-second quickie, strangers, man, Voyager, whatever the situation may be. I think, man, them tests should be mandatory.
Absolutely.
And nothing on the father's end should be signed until it's determined that, you know what I'm saying, you determine who the paternity is of the father. And if you don't find the father, I think once that kid turns 18, just like they make the father pay that back, when your child become of age, you should have to pay the state back.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely.
If you was that reckless, right? And you don't know who the daddy is, I think you should, if the kid is 18, have to pay the government back. Because it's your job to know who the daddy is.
It's like student loans. Yep. It's time to pay it back. Absolutely. Never thought about that, Damo. You're right. I agree 100%. See, if you start putting a lot of pressure on these women, you know, the best way to hurt somebody is to get into their pockets. You start making women pay child support. You start making women pay back student loans. You start making women pay back the government after 18 years. The birth rate will really decline. People will really think twice before having sex or using condoms or anything else.
Well, they're going to do it now, because I'm going to tell you, the way that all these government programs being cut, you know, man, there's term limits on Section 8, food stamps.
Money now.
There's cuts to you know, food stamps or SNAP. It's about to get, winter is coming. Ain't that what dude said? Winter coming, winter on the way. So people better, man, you better start vetting people better. Because there's going to be some big consequences if you don't. Sky, let's go ahead. If you can do me a favor.
Yeah.
I got numbers 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. If you could take out number 3, because number 3 has moved. So if you could take that number out, and then I'm going to have you go ahead and we're going to do the second giveaway. And then
so
we can go ahead and close this out.
You don't have a 9 either? You don't have a 9 either?
No, 9 is gone. So
okay,
take out 9 and take out 3.
Okay. All right. Checking it up, y'all. Checking it up. Checking it up. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go. Number 2.
Number 2? All right. So number 2, man, congratulations. I'm going to drop 500 diamonds to Chocolate, man. Congratulations. I wanted to say this also. We do this every... Hey, you're welcome. We do this, y'all, every week, all right? So make sure y'all come Tuesdays. I love y'all company. I am so glad y'all are here. Make sure that y'all come, all right? All right. Let me go ahead and do... Actually, we're going to do this. Because she's in my family, we're going to do family prestige. All right, I got some diamonds I'm going to give away to some of the other people on here. I only got a couple, so I'm going to give y'all a little bit. I appreciate y'all being here. Make sure y'all come every week, man. I want to make sure I appreciate y'all even sitting in with us. That is really a big deal to me. So thank y'all. Make sure y'all show every week, every Tuesday, same time we do this, all right? I don't want y'all to not leave with at least something. All right, Sky. So you got anything going on?
I just want to piggyback one minute. So we was talking about, you know, trusting women, them sleeping with folks. What's going on, Jay? How you doing, brother? Iceman Sosa. And we was talking about that, right? And so when we do these narratives where we talk about men with AIs, see, now you're gonna realize why men are going to start buying AI women, not transgenders, not men who turn to women, not regular women, because you can't control humans, but you can control a robot, right? So let's just say he had an AI robot that looked just like a woman. You didn't know, and you thought that you was gonna sleep with his wife. Well, as soon as you try to put your pecker in, the alarm is gonna go off, the camera is gonna open, and it's gonna send it right to his app. So he will see who's sitting there trying to screw his wife. That's what AI is doing for men, is giving them a peace of mind. Or he can lock it lock his AI wife from his phone, track her every move. See, this is why men are moving to AI. We watch these videos and think to ourselves, oh, that's stupid. He's kissing this robot. He's dating this robot. Because it gives him a peace of mind. He know when he leaves the house. If that robot leaves the house, there's nothing that woman can do without him finding out. His wife having 3 kids, and he didn't know it for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 years. What won't happen when AI women starts to get on the market. So I just wanted to leave with that. So y'all don't forget tonight, y'all, the D-Bling Radio Show. Hey, if there are any artists out there that has music, or if you know any artist with music that needs radio play, send it to me at sky.black@gmail.com. That is sky.black@gmail.com. Tonight, the D-Bling Radio Show, 7 p.m. to 9 p.m. with the replay from 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. I know, Dodge, it's silly to think about that, but man, that's why people do things. Like when they first invented the ATM, I was like, wow, I can get my money without going into the banks, because prior to that, you had to go into the bank, speak to everybody, blah, blah, blah. It gives you a peace of mind that you can get something done without being bothered. So these AI women are going to take care of that problem that Damo just saw. I mean, could you imagine that? Because she said 3 of the children. So let's say they had 5 in total, and 3 of them, you had no clue who stuck their pecker in your wife. So that could have been an STD, a urinary tract infection. That could have been anything else other than just children. You know what I'm saying? So when they create these AI women, y'all watch and see what I'm telling you. But anyway, offtopradio.com. Y'all can listen tonight at offtopradio.com. We're also streaming at offtoprecords.net. That is offtoprecords.net. This Saturday, Gallatin, Tennessee, me, CAI, the rest of us, we will, Mike Cobb, JDV, everybody will, Big Man Carnage, everybody will be at RWF Wrestling in Gallatin, Tennessee, 7 p.m. this Saturday. So thank y'all again for joining us. We do this every Tuesday, Lord willing. The best day of the week is Tuesdays because of the Nashville Caveman podcast. And Damo, you know, thank you for having me.
I want to go ahead. I'm going to let you thank everybody that's in the comments. I want to thank everybody that sat with me on Bigo. Again, same time, every Tuesday. I love gifting y'all, man, because I can't tell y'all how much I appreciate you guys coming through. We're going to do this bigger and better. I hope you guys enjoyed the show. Please let other people know about the podcast. If y'all want to watch the recap, go to www.youtube.com/action so driven media. All right. So y'all can watch the show. Also, if you're on Bigo, man, in the evenings, I will be playing old recaps so y'all can watch the old shows, and they're pretty interesting. We always got good topics. So I appreciate you guys. Thank y'all for being with us. When I like to close out the show, I like to say this. If you woke up on this half of the dirt and you're going to sleep on this half of the dirt, claim victory over the day, because there's a lot of people that can't say they did that. And just remember, you know what I'm saying? The only thing guaranteed in life is death. So worry about the things that you can control. The things that you can't, man, put that in God's hands, man, and let him go ahead and handle that, all right?
So I'm going to give my shout out real quick. Shout out to Trash Can. Shout out to Iceman Sosa, Naj, Roger, let me see, Faith, and Miranda G. Thank y'all for commenting. Hopefully y'all will be back with us next Tuesday.
All right, man. And don't forget to share the live, man. Share the recap. All right.
All right, y'all. Y'all have a great week.
Man, we are out. To my people on Bigo, man, I appreciate y'all being here. Congratulations to our 2 winners. We're going to have some more, man, next week. So make sure y'all tune in. Peace, love, man. We are so glad to have y'all. We are